All right. I am here to do this. I am here to do this. First of all, I want to give honor to God. Let me get serious with y'all. I just want to make sure my angle is good. I wonder if you guys, if I can push this back just a little bit so you guys can see the table, because I'm gonna need to demonstrate and I don't want to come back and mess it up. Okay, y'all have to bear with me. I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm getting this together, but I'm not edit. I don't think I could edit a live. If I can, I'll edit it. If you don't see this edited, that means I couldn't edit a live. And then I think we can just go just a little bit lower. There we go, because I really want just y'all to see the table, because we finna get busy on this table, okay? So, what's up to y'all? I'm really like a perfectionist, as you can see. Sorry about all the little... But what's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Hello, welcome to this beautiful broadcast. Shout out to God, who was ahead of my life. Thank you, God, for the beautiful community, for the beautiful people. Hello, welcome, Ashe. So I really am called to do this moon, to talk about this moon, this lunar cycle, being in tune with the lunar cycle. I am being pushed in this direction and I am not ignoring it. I'm not ignoring it no longer. So that's why we are here today. So I feel like if you came across this video, you are like so important and so special, especially if you're receiving a message from me. I know you are such a divine being. So shout out to you for being here today. And we're gonna jump right into this message. This whole video we're gonna do today is about the full moon in Libra. Okay, we have the full moon being in Libra. Now is when the energy has risen with the moon. Okay, the moon energy has risen. Okay, that's the cycle that we're in. All right, so this is when the crops, depending on which moon, this is the pink moon, which the farmers call it, but depending on the crops, there's certain crops that you want to plant or that you would see some sort of harvest around this time. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna get into I'm just gonna pull this back a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and get into what Libra represents and what Libra is about. Okay, and I tried to look, I've seen some online Bible references. If you guys caught up with me for the Aries new moon, I was doing Bible references. So I might tap a little bit into that. But we do know that Libra is all about justice. And the reason being, we're talking about the key elements. Why are we talking about the key components of Libra? Because when we do our candle work, when we do our ritual, when we understand the ingredients we're using, what these ingredients represent, when we understand the corresponding elements of what we're doing, then we can set the right intention. That's how we see results, is by setting the right intention. A lot of people don't do the homework on the materials that they're using. So here I am today to break down how the materials that you're using affects and the energy with the knowledge, because knowledge is power. First of all, knowledge is power. So, and that's another thing that we got to understand. So the more we know, the more we understand, the more thorough we can be in it. And with the more thorough we are, the more results that we can have, baby. The more results we are getting. Hello. So knowledge is power. Remember that. Know that. Practice that, because you get amazing results. Trust me. You'll get amazing results using our brain. So right now we're going to break down all the corresponding elements of Libra. The last video I broke so much down, and I kind of want to dab into it like quickly, because I figure like I'm gonna take from what I didn't like from the other video and apply it to this one. and so forth. You get me? So this is, and then this message is also for like, this message is also for like people who don't have no type of knowledge when it comes to moons and moon cycles too, because this is like breaking down the moon, why it's important. Because if you understand how the moon works, then you could, if you can understand how the moon works, then you could really draw a better understanding of how much it affects us. And you, as you draw that understanding, you will believe more in what you're doing. I feel like a lot of people don't want to even be involved with the rituals. They don't want to even be involved with the moon cycles. It's because they don't really understand how much the moon affects this earth. Now, if the farmers are using the moon to grow their crops, so if it's affecting the food we eat, you mean to tell me it's not affecting us humans that are made of water? And the moon is water? You mean that it's not affecting us? Come on now. We're made of water. That's the moon's element, is water. So with the full moon, let me tell you about the plants, okay? So we got the moon phases and their influences on the plants. Now, the sap flow descends and concentrates in the root, ideal for harvest. So basically everything that the sap of the tree, you know, when you have a seed and it has the sap, and that's what's going on, that's what's like keeping the tree alive or whatever, or whatnot. The sap flow descends and concentrates in the root, ideal for root harvest. So that's why people like to plant, I guess, during the new moon phase, because they must see the results during full moon phases. This is assumption. We'll go on a little bit more, learn a little bit more about it. But so basically, when you plant your seed in the new moon phase, that's when the sap, the soil is got the sap going, and you ready to do the darn thing. And that's why timing is everything when it comes to these rituals. Because if you know what is going on with the moon, then that's how we get it to work for us and not against us. So that's why these things are important. We can't leave out these key components. So we got the new moon. The sap flow descends and concentrates in the root. Boom, that's the new moon. That's where the sap is going. So that's the time to harvest, to plant a seed when the fertile is ready for it to be harvested. Some people might plant seeds, but you might plant seeds and you planted in some soil that was too dry. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. So the new moon, even though we're in the full moon, we're just giving a little history on the new moon. So now that we got the new moon, or now that we're talking about the new moon, that is a good time. Like idealistically, we're going to put this, okay, this is applying to trees. Let's apply this to our everyday lives as people. This new moon's a good time to set new intentions, to do new beginnings, to do things of that nature, because you're trying to plant a seed. So it's a good time to start a new project. It's a good time to start things, beginning of things, okay? That's the new moon phase. So that's what you want to use, do your moon and your timing, your rituals based off of the new moon phase, whatever that zodiac sign is in the new moon phase, and then what it brings. But that's another story. We're gonna go and stay following me, and you guys will be able to keep up, and we'll be able to show you better than I can tell you. So the sap flow begins to ascend and concentrates in the stem and the branches, ideal for planting leafy vegetables. So the crescent moon is a good time, they saying, to plant greens. So you know what, during the crescent phase, you know, the first thing that came to my mind was Spirit is just telling me, so during the crescent phase, I think that's a great time to do your money rituals, especially if it's talking about this is the time to start planting leafy greens. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, Spirit is telling me that's a good time to plant money, do money rituals, is when the moon is in the crescent phase, okay? Let's go to full moon. This is where we at today. If you're catching this message, even if you get this video, it's just timeless. Just peep the game, peep the wisdom. So the sap flow ascends and concentrates in the canopy, in the branches, leaves, fruits, ideal for harvesting fruit and leafy vegetables. So they saying the full moon is a good time to do fruits, flowers, and things with branches. Anything that's ideal for in the branches, leaves, fruits, flowers. So You know what I'm thinking? Full moon, especially with Libra, this is a really good time to do rituals for family, baby. Because I'm just feeling family. Why did I'm picking up family for full moon? Very, very strong. Let me see. Leaves, fruits, and flowers ideal for harvesting fruit and leafy vegetables. So the sap flow ascends and concentrates in the canopy. So the sap has risen to where the leaves are at. So this is all the energy. So the new moon, the energy is down in the roots. The crescent, and it starts to rise up the branches. I don't know if you guys can see, it starts to rise up at the branches. And then the tree here, right here, boom. Okay, so yes. So let's go to the waning. Of course, the waning, the energy is going down. The moisture is going down. And I believe this is all really moisture. This is really moisture when you think about it. They're talking about the sap. They're talking about the moisture. So the moisture is at its full peak to the humans in the full moon. That's what is going on here. When we got the full moon phase, that is when you have the most moisture on this earth. That's when it's the most moisturous. This is according to how it affects the plants, the things that we eat, everything that's living besides humans. So boom, that's the full moon energy. And I know I didn't just, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and any tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. Hello. So let's talk about the zodiac. We in the zodiac of this Libra, this beautiful Libra. Libra is known for love. The ruler is Venus. It is known for love. Hello. Libra is known for being a loving sign. The Lover's card in tarot is is a Libra card, or air sign card rather. So we're going to get into the corresponding elements of Libra. What Libra is all about, what we can manifest during this Libra moon. I'm going to keep it real simple for y'all today. Okay? I ain't going to put too much information on y'all. This is going to have to be broken down in series type thing. So right now, we're going to just talk about the corresponding elements of Libra. Libra is the scale. So when we talk about Libra, of course, we're talking about justice. We're talking about weighing the scales. And what the Spirit was telling me earlier today was, it's also about Mayat. It's also about following the 42 laws of Mayat. This is a good time if you want to put into practice those laws to manifest it, like in your ritual. We might have to say all the 42 laws of Mayat today, because Mayat is all about weighing, and people, Mayat is an Egyptian goddess that is depicted to have a scale, and she weighs your heart on the scale, okay? So this is also symbolic to Mayat. And the Mayat, and the funny thing is Mayat has 42 laws. So, boom, okay. Libra. Oh, I know what I was doing. I want to get y'all I got to get y'all my elements for Libra. All right, so we're going to get into Libra right now. Let me tell you what you can manifest with Libra, okay? So with Libra, it's a ritual. You can do rituals for legal matters, general, justice, court, contracts, love, romance, dating, partnerships, marriage, war, peace, balance, beauty and harmony, music, finding a good doctor, lawyer, accountant, socializing, team building, diplomacy, open enemies. Libra rules planting ornamental plants, strategy, diplomacy, negotiation, jewelry and ornamentation, debate and discussion, politeness, etiquette and manners, socializing and socialization, meeting people, laziness, mooching, tyranny of the weak, romanticism, a yes person, use people nicely, get pretty, mentors, the other guys, working with two people or your significant other, love and marriage. Okay, so this is a good time if you want to manifest beauty. If we're talking about beauty, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a nugget. Make sure that y'all drop a gem in the comment section because I'm about to give y'all a real good nugget right now. Shout out to God because God been giving me these nuggets. Thank you, God, for protecting me. Thank you, God, for every human that has came in and dropped down, every spiritual being, because I know who come listen to me. There's some divine, spiritual, high vibrational beings, first of all. So thank you for every high vibrational star seed that is tapped into this broadcast. Thank you so much. Thank you for the message that you gave me earlier. I'm about to drop a gem. I'm about to give you the number one way. Because if you came in here for love, I'm about to give you the number one way that you can attract love. The number one way. The number one way. God told me like this today. God said to me, or she said, or whatever, the being, the powerful being, whatever label you want to put on it, the Omega, the mighty, the Almighty. God was like, you know what? No matter what, I was like, no matter what, I said, forget a Birkin, forget a mansion, forget a luxury car, forget everything. I said, at the end of the day, that is materialistic. At the end of the day, that's material. I said, but all that can be replaced. All that can come and go. All that can be replaced. But one thing that can't be replaced is me. I can't be replaced. Is you. You can't be replaced. God made it to where you are so valuable. And some people have to know how valuable they are. They cannot be replaced. You more than that Birkin. Like people be putting, they try to society, the way society works on people is they try to make materials. They make materials that people think that makes a person is what they have on the outside. And I'm thinking like the biggest mansion, the best car, the best butt, the best whatever clothing, the best whatever it is that they think that is materialistic. I was like, don't none of that can't none of that compensate for me. I said I could have all that or not have all that. At the end of the day, I have to have me. And I was like, God wants our mind to think like that. We have to be thinking like that, like no matter what. And this is how you're going to attract love, because when you know that you're more valuable than any person, like can't nobody flex on me. Can't nobody come and flex on me. Can't nobody make me feel less than, because that purse, that car, that mansion, them billions of dollars, all of that, guess what? Can't none of that buy me. Can't none of that replace who you are. You get what I mean? Are you following me? Can't none of that replace you. You can't be duplicated. So you can't, the money doesn't amount to you. The materialistic things don't amount to you. And once you see yourself valuable than them, any material object, when you see yourself more valuable than anything, that's where you're going to attract love. Because it comes from the self-love. Trust and believe when you put all your focus on you, you're going to look up. And it's going to be so many people you're going to be like, and I know if y'all can relate. Some of y'all, I know y'all my supreme beings. So some of y'all, I know y'all can relate. Hold on. I know you can relate. Hold on. Why can't I see my chat either? Don't I got a chat? Do I got a chat up here? Can we chat, y'all? I don't know what happened there. I don't know, y'all. So I thought I could have a chat. So that's where we're at with it. That's where we're at with it. So for the first key thing, if you want to attract this, that was the nugget. That is the secret, is to loving yourself so much. to where you know that there is nothing more valuable than you. And when you love yourself from that extent, you will attract so much, because you will feel whole, and you won't be looking for something outside of yourself to validate you. And you will have the power. That's where the power is at. The power is in you being confident in you, and not and confident in what man tells you to do. You being, and it's not even you being confident in you. Let me be very clear. Because it's not about you being confident in you. Because I mean, the part of you're being confident in you, right? But it's bigger than you being confident in you, because you have to be spiritual enough to trust God enough. You following me? So if you that's the biggest thing. It's like you have to be disciplined enough. As long as you puts God first, as long as you trust God first, that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, we're gonna move forward. So the zodiac, so the moon is in the galaxy of Libra, where now in the galaxy of Libra, that's in the sky. Like, say we're looking at the sky, right? Picture the sky in your mind. I want you to picture the sky. So as you're picturing the sky and the stars, imagine some stars that are shaped. There's a whole bunch of stars, and they're like connecting the dots to a shape of a scale. So they're connected. So all the stars are connecting the dots to their shaping a scale. All right. And now that scale that is made in the sky with the stars, that's where the moon is at. The moon is right in that vicinity where it's the galaxy of Libra, the galaxy of the scales. Okay. So the moon is full right now. So when we talk about scales, we're talking about justice. Okay. So that's the keys we're going on. That's what we're dropping at. That's where the moon is at. Okay. So the moon is in that constellation. So boom. So we talked about what the moon represents. If y'all looked on the flyer, I did drop, the herbs, the candle color. We can go over it though. The candle color that you would need for this moon ritual is a pink candle, or a white candle, or a red candle. Okay? Any kind of candle. Today I'm using this candle here. All right? We're using that candle there. And I'm going to show you how I incorporate the corresponding elements of this candle. And I want to get my light on because I'm getting a little darker. It's getting a little dim in here. So let me send someone to turn on my light. Okay, so we want to get a little bright. I'm a little dim right now. I want to make sure that y'all see me I'm about to show y'all what we gonna do. So so we got all to that message about self-love. Now we're going to get into I feel like this is the most enlightening thing, because we're talking about the herbs, and every herb has a grimoire. So as I get into doing the ritual, not only does Libra have certain crystals like amethyst, rose quartz. It's a button right there yeah. It's like a little, and then like push the button push the other button that's a circle. It's like one you got to push in. Now that you turn that one on. Did you see a light turn on? So I'm getting my light turned on, y'all. You see it, Faye?
Is it flashing like a flash?
Yeah, press one. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. So, thank you so much. Okay, y'all. So, as I was saying, we're talking about the grimoire of the herbs. So Libra has so many corresponding elements. When we're talking about Libra, these are some things that we want to incorporate in our day today. If we have these stones like rose quartz, amethyst, tiger eye, I believe citron a little bit, clear quartz. I think Amazonite and aquamarine are all Libra stones, and aventurine. And then we have our main flower for Libra is rose. Rose is the main flower for Libra. Okay, and so you're gonna incorporate some roses. Give somebody some roses today. You know what I did? I got me some rose tea. I made rose tea for the house. They don't like, listen. Let me tell you something. I made rose tea for the whole house. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I got me a little lemon seed from that organic lemon that I use. Okay, so we got roses that we're going to, so say you want to take a bath tonight. You want to get your salts because normally I like to do my baths before I do my, come on here, y'all, but I didn't get to do my spiritual bath yet. So I'm going to have an intimate, me and God and my angels, ancestors, my whole spirit team, we finna get down in the tub later on tonight for the raise vibes a little even more higher. You know, we're going to see how high we can go. I might be in heaven. I might make it to heaven, baby. I'm in there and back. Hello. So, yes, you want to incorporate these elements, these corresponding elements, so you can raise the vibe. I'm trying to get you high vibe, but all the way high vibe, the right way. So, yes, get the salt, get the rose oil, or get rose petals. Okay, let's see what we're working with today. We got dandelion. We got marigold. This was for justice. This one is not even particular rose quartz, a Libra herb, but I'm using it today because I know it represents justice. So sometimes you have to you got to know your herbs so you can know what you can throw in there that's not going to throw off with the intention that you're setting. So that's why it's important to know, like, knowledge is power. I'm going to keep saying this because people won't, once you know, it increases everything that you're doing. And we ain't even if you can remember the ABCs, you can remember what herbs are. Like, it comes naturally to you at a certain point, to the point where your spirit will even tell you what everything is. Like, I'm trying to tell you. So we're using dandelion. We're going to use rose, of course. We're going to be using catnip, thyme, yarrow, and some lavender, okay? And we're definitely going to be burning some of this as well, too. So first thing we're going to do is crunch all those up. But before I crunch them up, I'm going to break down what all of them mean. Because I think it's important that we get into the grimoire of each of them. And we got to know, what are the metaphysical properties? We got to know, okay? So let's get into rose. Of course, this one is going to be about love, right? Rose belongs to the rose family of over 300 species. Most are native to Asia, with a handful from Europe, North America, and Northeastern Africa. Tens of thousands of varieties of rose have been cultivated. So it's magical information. Magical properties of rose are love, beauty, healing, luck, sexuality, clairvoyance, and friendship. And if you don't have rose, you can use lavender. That's a substitution. We got both of them. This is why I like to, I feel like it's fine to add a lot to it if it's all the corresponding elements. You can't just go in and just start adding all the herbs, adding all this and adding all that, because you could be really throwing off the energy. Because like rose is also ruled by Venus. I don't know if it says this on here. It says, yeah, planet Venus, element water. So we're going to put some rose in here. So it's really important to know what the elements that you're working with if you want to get the best results, okay? So we know for now on, that should be stuck in our head. Rose is Venus. Rose is for love and romance. Like, this is stuff that you should be able to remember later on. I'll go back and have to say it over again because, I'm doing it for y'all, and it helps me remember too. And also the zodiac for rose is Taurus. Shout out to my Taurus gang. So, yes, so rose. Let's get the grimoire of dandelion. Okay. So dandelion is for wishes. To make a wish using the dandelion, envision your goal, exhale, and let the seeds carry your wishes into the world. They'll find a place to grow and become your reality. Okay. Protection. Dandelion leaves or seeds can be used in wanding spells, creating a barrier against negative energies or influences. It's a protection. And for ancestral work, the dandelion's long-lasting presence symbolizes timelessness and serves as a potent tool for connecting with ancestral energies. It is often used in rituals to remember and honor lineage. So we got love, and this is why I want justice. This is for the ancestors. Then dandelion up in here. Hello. We're going to put our dandelion leaves up in here with our rose. So we got love in here. And then we also got more so to do with wishes being true, timelessness, you know, the ancestors, and dandelion is protection. Hello. So let's get into this yarrow. And this is why it's important. We got to break it down. People don't want to break this down. And then they look up and they be like, well, what did you do? I just did this like this, the way that's the knowledgeable way. So I'm gonna try to speed it up, y'all. So yarrow is for protection, love, courage, psychic abilities, and a herb for healing. Okay. So we putting these psychic abilities on top of this love, on top of this protection, on top of these ancestral wishes, and this romance and this love. So this could also, I'm picking a pastime love also with this mixture too. This is soulmate mixture. And also justice for the ancestors, justice for your lineage when it comes to love. Let's go. I'm picking that up right now with all these herbs that I'm using. So let's go on to the next one. We got thyme. And this is another Venus ruled. And this is for sleep, love, purification, courage, prosperity. A timeless herb. This is another timeless herb. So this is another ancient. This is another old soul. Ancient. This is for the ancestors. Come on down, ancestors. Let's go. This is in honor of the ancestors. All right. Let's get into it. We're going to get into this catnip. Hold on, I can't read that, y'all. All right, so we got catnip, love and friendship. It's a water, is ruled by Venus. It enhances the love between friends, family, and animals. It combines catnip and rose petals and sachets to promote friendship. This is for the friendship. This is for the family. This is for the love. This is for the justice. Baby, we're going to go ahead and throw this little catnip up in there too, baby. Voila. We got our catnip up in there. All right. Come on, lavender. Come through, lavender. Let's get our grimoire for our lavender. And lavender we got is for clarity, I think. Yeah, or what does it say? Chastity, communication, creativity, divination, happiness, healing, legal, longevity, another legal, love, meditation, peace, protection, purification, relaxation. This is for that that generational wealth, that protection. Okay, that legal longevity. This is my 40 acres right here, baby. This is my 40 acres. Stop playing with it. Don't play with it. That's my 40 acres right there. Don't play with it. Let's go. I got one more. This is the one I bring it in there because I know marigold. See, and I think this is probably a fire because I don't see that much. Anybody represent marigold? Okay, let's see. We got marigold God. Consecration, protection, prophetic dreams, legal matters, psychic powers, love, divination, rights of the dead. I knew this was fire. So this is going to spice it up. I'm not going to put too much because we got a whole bunch of water right here. Got a whole bunch of water right here. This herb is really just heats it up. I guess it warms it up a little bit. I'm not going to put too much of this in here. So we'll do a little bit. Let's room temperature. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot of marigold up in there. Just a little bit. Just a little razzle dazzle. That's like putting a lemon in the water. All right, that's alkaline. Putting that alkaline in that water, baby. What you know about it? What you know about it? Shout out to y'all if y'all can't catch the lingo. If y'all deep and down and can understand what I'm saying. Shout out to you. Make sure you liking the video and getting the reading if you vibing with me like that because you on. But I just put my little alkalize. All right, y'all. So now we gotta go into this. I like to crunch this up a little bit because I'm going to be adding this. I'm going to be burning this and also adding it to my candle. So this is my favorite part about doing my rituals. This is the creative part. And depending on what candle I use. Normally I crunch it up really, really fine. And then I roll one of those candles like those, if it's enough, I'm not using like a prayer candle and I'm using the other candle. I'll roll it in the herbs or whatever. And this is gonna be powerful. I just feel this one. I can feel the energy off of this one already, and I ain't even lit the damn candle, but just mixing all these herbs and understanding the elements and knowing that okay, every herb that I use is corresponding to the moon. Okay. So now that I crunch this to a cool little and I was gonna go into, I'll do another video on it. I'm gonna do another video because I don't want to make this too long. But I have some other facts I wanted to give out just in regards to like matching the Bible to the stars and how important, like Genesis 1:14, when it talks about how God created the stars and how important they are and how the moon is important. And how they talk about how God and Job, God was talking about how no one is as magnificent that could create, because they were talking about how God created the stars to give off the different seasons and tell the time. They could tell the time using the stars, and God, and Job was just like saying, "Can't nobody do that but God." Like they were so marvelous at His wonders and how intricate God is when He made the solar system. They admired, like back in the days, they admired the solar system. Like it was something deep to them. And I don't think that it should be so dumbed down and watered down. And I think that the more people just understand the knowledge behind it, then they would begin to practice more of what our ancestors did, because it kept them in sync. They weren't on man-made time. They were on the universe, the nature's time. Okay, so boom. We got all this straightened out, baby. Now we're going to do this. We're going to, first thing you already know that I'm about to do is sage my dang, I've been already saged it. I'm going to sage it again. We're going to sage our candle. Oh, I forgot. Oh, man, I forgot something. I have to have my helper bring it to me. Okay, so now we're saging it. This candle been shipped all around town. We just want to make sure that it got all the good energy on it. We want to make sure that when we do our ritual, that it's just our energy, just our connection, our understanding, of the right things. You understand what you're doing and you get the right results. That's why people don't know what they're doing, and then what they're doing don't go out the way they want it to go out. You gotta know what you're doing, boo. So let me ask her to bring this. All right, y'all, so Thank you for being here. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. If y'all, I know y'all waiting for that tarot reading. We got to get this out the way first. Then I'm going to jump into some tarot, y'all. So just bear with me. Really, you shouldn't be bearing with me. You should be picking up this wisdom, yo. Picking up this wisdom, baby. All right, so we're going to put this up. The next one, we're going to burn this right here. Yeah, so I like to just have a lot of fire burning, oil burning during the full moons. That's like the best way to get connected. Oh, and I think we were talking about spiritual baths. So your spiritual baths, you can make you a sachet with some of these, with all this. Put it in like a cheesecloth. Put that in the bath too. Thank you. So we got our handy dandy marker. We're gonna need this. All right. So next, you guys, the next thing we're gonna do here is we saged our candle. We want to write out what we want to manifest. Okay, we talked about so many things. So, and this is another thing. It's time to be intimate about what you're trying to manifest. I told y'all what Libra is. I don't have to tell you specifically what I'm doing with it, you know, because I feel like that's another thing to remember is keeping, and I don't know why I'm saying this because I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but it's just like keeping that innocence, that protecting what you're trying to manifest and keeping it intimate and protecting that intimacy of what you're doing. Like when you have a newborn baby, do you want to just go out and share it to the public, your newborn baby? No, you be in the hospital covered up. You don't want nobody to come in yet. Like it's something like that. Like it's not time to, you know, let the baby be born and speak for itself. Like once I ain't gotta tell you what I'm putting on here. You gonna see it in a little like we'll show you. Like, all right, y'all. So let's go over again what we're gonna get out of this with Libra. So with the Libra moon, we got legal matters, general justice, or legal matters in general, justice, contracts, love, romance. We got marriage, war, peace, balance, beauty, self-love, good doctors, lawyers, team building, diplomacy, love and romance. Okay, about all that stuff. So this is the key things that you can manifest right now. So I'm going to put specific something in the ballpark of what that stuff that I read out. That's what I'm going to be right now. Keywords. I'm going to use this little needle right here. And I'm going to be writing it out on here. So, and before I do that too, what I do want to, before I even get to writing all that out, I do want to say this. You could do this before or after. It doesn't matter the order. But we also want to put an N, an S, an E, and a W. Because you want to call in this energy. You want to harness this energy, this full moon and Libra energy. You want to call it in from the north, the south, the east, and the west. So I'm going to put that on my candle. All right. Now I got that on there. So now I'm finna go to work. I'm finna put everything that I want on here that's involving those matters. Love, romance, marriage, peace, harmony, legal matters, justice, things of that nature. Anything that I want that's falling in those categories is what I need to put on here. All right, so all right, so I'm just writing on what I want, right? Okay, boom. So now that I did that, I got this marker for a reason. I'm gonna write whatever else I want to put on here. I'm really just rewriting stuff I put in there, but I'm just making it more clear, I guess. And then sometimes I like to put like the symbol of the Libra on here too. So that's what I'm gonna do too. Just to give it a little pizzazz. And then I think, I don't have it right here, but once it starts melting down, I think I'm gonna add me some little sprinkles of rose quartz in there too. So I'm gonna put my Libra. Putting me a Libra symbol right here. Okay. Symbology is important, so we want to use as much symbology as we can. We just acknowledge it. I feel like we're just acknowledging, using our energy and acknowledging what energy the moon is in right now. What is the justice symbol that the moon is in right now? We're going to incorporate that symbol that the moon is in right now right onto the candle. Why not? Just more acknowledgement to what's already going on. This is just our physical expression to something that we're matching mentally. Hey Jay. So I think I saw that, and I just seen that, so I was talking, so hopefully you heard some of it. But basically, we're at the phase now where we're writing on our candle so we can set the intention. We're using the symbols, we're using the letters of the alphabet that the man-made gave us. We're applying that. We're just basically incorporating the 4 elements into this full moon. And this is our earth element. Getting all of our physical earth elements into it as we're incorporating elements of water. We're using the moon, etc. So if you watch the whole video, you'll know where we at. I ain't gonna reteach everything that we just said. So let's just keep it going. So I'm putting exactly what Libra represents. Remember, I had named in the video everything that Libra represents. So I'm adding that to my candle. And then all right. Okay, boom. So I got my stuff written out right there. So now that I got everything written out on my candle, that I want to bring in the corresponding elements of Libra, because Libra, it has corresponding elements that we're using and we're working with today. So that's how we manifest. We manifest by knowing the elements that we need for the energy that we're in. If the moon is in Libra, if the constellation, it has a shape of a Libra, and that's what the zodiac, that's what they're calling it. That's what they've been calling it from the ends of times. It was in Mazareth. In the Bible, they considered this Mazareth. This is the constellation in the sky. So right now the moon is in the constellation of Libra. So since the moon is in the constellation of Libra, God made the moon, God made the stars, and the moon moves in every zodiac every 30 days. But it's only new and full in each zodiac every 30 days. So now that it's reached the full moon in Libra today, if you're in the United States, then this is the energy that we're going to capitalize on, because that's where God put the moon at. So we're going to take everything that we know Libra represents, and we're going to incorporate it in our day today so we can get the best results, because that's how God created the earth. And sometimes when we get caught up in religious systems and Bibles, we skip over nuggets and pieces that were very vital to be in the right energy, because they don't want you in the right energy. They don't want you at your highest vibrational level, all right? So anyway, with all of that being said, I got this bomb. I was in LA and I got this. I almost used it all up. I got this bomb oil. It's called Black Love. So we're going to put our Black Love in here. Baby. And then we got our Black Love. And then I feel like I want to make this a little sweet, peaceful. I got this vanilla. So I'm going to add this vanilla in here. Okay, a little sweetness. Okay. Now, I'm going to add some rose and lavender oil. Again, almost all of these. The vanilla is maybe one that's, I haven't checked the corresponding elements. I think that one is, it might be air. I don't know if it's water or air, but what is this? This is rose. Get that rose up in there, baby. And frankincense. It's mixed. It's rose and frankincense. And we're just going to put a little bit of this lavender. Ooh, I can smell it. It smells good. Let's put this lavender in it. We'll sprinkle this lavender. Period. Okay, cool. So now that we got these beautiful aromas, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of our mixture that we mixed up with our herbs. And then okay, so this is a good thing to talk about too. So when we're doing the ritual, we're actually pushing, because if this was a different candle, we would be doing this. I would be pushing the energy in, because this is a full moon. So we're talking about bringing something in, because the moon is not waning. It's still waxing. Full moon is still waxing phase. After the full moon, it starts waning. So right now we're bringing something in. We're harnessing the energy, right? So we got all this right here. Boom. We're bringing it in. I got my mindset on everything that I want to bring in right there. All right. So we're going to sprinkle this up in here like this. And then we're going to light this up, and then we're going to get into our tarot. We're going to do a tarot reading for Libra and see how it's affecting the collective. This Libra full moon. Bringing this out. Oh my God, I wish y'all could smell this. When I say this, that stuff, ooh, it smells so good. I think I might have found me a fragrance. Wait a minute, I might have to copyright this one. Hold on, that fragrance smells bomb. It smells so good. The way this smells, I already know this is gonna be sweet. This gonna be so sweet, baby. This gonna be a sweet. Ooh, I can feel the energy over here. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Thank you in advance. I can feel this one right here. This is powerful, baby. Powerful. Shout out to the moon. Shout out to our good God for making these beautiful creations that affect us so much. And then shout out to our understanding of it all. Okay, it smells so good. I wish I could smell it. It smells so freaking good. I gotta it's that mixture right there, baby. I had to burn that in my oil burner. I don't know what I got in my oil burner right now. I'm taking it out. This right here, baby. All I gotta do is put me some crystals in it. I'll do that later though. So, bam, now it's time for us to light this candle. I kind of like push the herbs away from the wick so it won't just be like this big old flame and then, you know, it gets messy. So I kind of like wait for the wax to, once the wax starts to melt down a little bit, is when normally this stuff will just kind of fall into the wax once it melts down a little bit. And then I might add a little bit more. So anyway, we're going to put our energy on this and we're going to start to light this candle. So thank God. We know that we're going to thank God in advance because we know that the things that we ask for are going to be there. Thank you for the energy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I say my little affirmation, you know, say your affirmation or two, and thank you. And there we have it. All right, so that's what we have there. And to make it, we're gonna do something a little bit. I wanna burn my little oil herbs real quick. And then we could get into this reading, y'all. And that's the demonstration I have for y'all. I was a little more turned up with more information on my one for my new moon in Libra. So, I mean, new moon in Aries. So make sure that y'all check that out. You can expect to see the results. Like I could expect to see the results between now and 6 months. When that new moon hits Libra, everything that I talked about on here, I should have been already saw it, or it'd be hitting right around that time too. That's one thing about the lunar cycles. You got to pay attention because a lot of the things that you try to manifest, if you go back to that new moon, say you're in the full moon, you manifest on the full moon. When you go over to that new moon, you'll be like, the energy will just be like, dang. Like you gotta have to, I'm gonna set my date in my calendar for the new moon in Libra. It's gonna be sometime in October. When I see that new moon in Libra, and I bet you the things that I'm talking about right here would have been already manifested. That's how it works. That's how it's like staying in the flow, staying in sync. Everything that you do now, you're expecting the results to see results either from now into 6 months from now. Every time it works like it's nothing but like clockwork, baby. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm gonna put this to the side. I actually want my candle. Let's put it right there. Let me get this oil stuff. So let me get my cards together for y'all real quick. This smells so good. All those mixed together. I can't believe it smells so damn good. I'm like, ooh, I'm about to put that on my body. I'm gonna put that, make me a little mixture for my make me a little mixture for me. Alright, I just want this out the way. So can I put it right here? Cool. Alright, y'all, let's get into these cards now. Here we go. Protected by the light. Okay, so let me get all these out the way. Whoops. Alright, y'all. We are going to be doing a collective. Let me see if I can get you lower so y'all can see more what I got going on right here. Get a little bit higher. Don't cut me off all the way. Okay, so that's better. There we go. I gotta see this one where we started at so I can see this. Alright, so you can see right here. Okay, cool. Alright, y'all, let's get into it. So, y'all know I'm just chilling, like, I'm just trying to chill. How long I've been on here for? 63 an hour. Okay, cool. I kept it under an hour. That's cool. Let's get into this tarot, y'all. Let's get into this Libra spread now. We're going to get into this reading for the collective. Let's go. I'm going to read your souls real quick and get up out of here. What's the Libra full moon spread? Let's see what we got for the collective. Okay. Five cards. Full moon in Libra. All right. I guess I'm gonna go through every zodiac. Should I go through every zodiac? That's a lot of work. I ain't got nobody tapped in. I'm gonna start just with one collective, and if I got more people, I'll go. If not, I'm not. We'll just see who's in here. Ooh. Uh-oh. You see? Oh yeah, my bad, y'all. See, that's why the way I do it, you can't, this is not for children. You gotta know what you're doing, because I have to, sometimes I gotta monitor it and stick the stuff like into the wax so it don't burn.
We're stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes. This is my bill.
Perfect. That's not even an issue now. Everything in there is covered with wax, so we won't have any burns. Okay. Moving on. Let's get into this reading. We're gonna save the cards. Definitely gonna save the cards. Sure, well, goodbye. Okay, y'all. So let's 5 cards. Let's say. I think I'm gonna clarify each card with this. So let me get the 5 card spirit. How they want it to look on here? Okay. This is 1. This is 2. And 3. This is, I guess, 4. And this is gonna be 5. Okay. And then I guess something saying, just to clarify, give me some clarifications on this. That's coming out twice. Oh, whoa, that, I cannot make this up. Y'all see me with these cards? Are y'all watching the cards? The Ancestors is up in this building. So I got a message. I can't believe this. What in the world? I mean, 2 different decks, and we got 2 of the same cards, and one of them, I mean, this is right in the same position. Did you guys see me do this? Look at this. The same card in the same position. I cannot make this up. The same card in the same position. Something told me to clarify it. Let's get into, and then we got this card. And this is not in the same position. I should put it in the same damn position. It's probably in this position here. Because the way they came out, maybe I should have just put this in the middle. And then we got this guy, and this is crazy. Let me get into this message. I don't even know what this means yet. I'm just astonished by how the cards landed. Full moon in Libra. Let's get into this. Get you a little closer. Okay. Trying to. Whatever. It's a little cricket, but hey. So, full moon in Libra. What everyday burdens help me identify what I need from others? What everyday burdens help me identify what I need from others? You got an everyday burden. And it's going to help you identify what areas you need to help other people. Okay. Some of you guys could feel alone. And you need support. Some of you guys need... Some of y'all feel alone because you support everybody. You're there for everybody. It's like you feel alone because you are the person that's holding everything together, that you're caring for everybody. So that's why you're feeling alone. You need more people to care for you how you care for them. This is what I'm picking up. What everyday burdens that help. Because I see that it's a burden being alone. It's a burden not feeling like nobody supports you. It's a burden to be emotionally there and available for everybody else, but you don't have that same in return. It's like lethal to the point. I'm getting a message here for somebody. It's to the point where if you can't get it yourself, you need to keep it. Like, you can't be giving out what you're not going to receive. Like, that's out. I'm getting a message from somebody like, you gotta definitely only be dealing in situations where you're going to receive, or it's not time for you to just be giving all of this of yourself. It's like, if somebody can't give it to you in return, you keep it for yourself. Where is my life? Where in my life is harmony ready to blossom? It's time for you to be healed. You got a healing that's coming on. Okay? You need to be, it's something about a healing that's coming on. This is a magical peak. It's something about a healing. It's something about a balance. It's something about a restoration. A restoration is coming in quick. That maybe the support that you need is coming in quick. Or maybe you need to feel like you need to stop trying to heal everybody. Maybe just healing yourself. Healing yourself, that's where the harmony is going to be at. What ties do I need to cut to rebalance my own life? Damn, some of you guys need to stop giving so much to your family. Stop trying to people please. Stop trying to make everybody happy. That's what I was picking up too. You're going to heal from this trying to make everyone happy type of a thing. Or thinking, some people could be thinking everybody's happy, assuming that everybody's happy too. That could be a thing too. Okay? Number 4, clear mirror. Where am I called to establish my choices more decisively? Where am I called to establish my choices more decisively? What you're looking at? Who's looking at you? Something about who's looking at you, or something about clear mirror. Where am I called to establish my choices more? It's about your audience, or it's about people looking at you, or it's about your curiosity. Some people could be curious about something. Some of y'all need to follow your curiosity. Maybe some of you guys held back from things that you were interested in because you were trying to people please. Where am I called to establish my choices more? Something about the daughter. See, give me another. I need one more card because I'm picking this up. Give me one more clarification card for this. This came out twice, so it's like, why do I want to know more about it? Give me one more card about this. One more clarification card, Spirit. I'm going to use these ones. So I'm going to use, oops. Let me get one more clarification card on this right here. Now that just is really, what? Respect and loving yourself? Respecting your happiness? Marriage? Curiosity? Someone could be really... Somebody could be making choices, and the way they're making the choices is not really well thought out. It's more based off of curiosity. Some people don't need to be like just joining in, making choices just because. Like, it got to be well thought out. The things that you're trying to do, it's like the choices is not well thought out. You need to look into things more. Definitely, especially when it comes to your happiness, your respect, and when it comes to like relationships. How do my relationships reflect how I want to present myself? Dancing luminaries. How do my relationships affect where I want to present myself? Nothing really. They put more on that. And but I don't. You got the freaking. How do my relationships with you got this? So you could be moving on, traveling, being victorious. Oh, you need to be. You moving on. How do my relationships reflect how I want to present myself? You could be moving from the Empress. You could be moving on. Something about your relationships where you just want to move on. That's what could be going on. You could be wanting to represent yourself as an empress, and if anybody or emperor, and if anyone is not accepting that, you could be moving forward, or you could be victorious. You could be you could be wanting to be seen as a victorious queen, a victorious king, or that's how your relationships would be treating you, should be treating you. Your relationship, some of y'all could have some really good relationships, because I do see you be really looking like you are very protected and you are the queen or you are the king. So that's important for some of you guys. That's very significant for these Aries new moon or these Aries full moon. Your relationships, it's like you are the or you could need to make choices. A lot of y'all need to make choices and decisions that reflect you being the queen, you being the king, that you being victorious. Either you're in these type of relationships or that's what you want to be. You want to get out of the people pleasing mode to I am the queen and I'm the boss mode. You want to get from the decision making, it says you can't be like, you got to be more strategic because you are the queen. I feel like with the choices and decisions, it has to be more well thought out because your position is the queen. Because that's how people are seeing you. But you're feeling like you're feeling like you're alone though, and you don't have any support. But you have to make choices and decisions, better choices and decisions, as if you were the king or you were the queen. So a lot of you guys need to move different and you get different results. You only can see yourself. You give off how people can see you. So if you're not seeing yourself in the highest light, how is somebody else gonna see you in the highest light? People could already be seeing you in the highest light, and you may not be aware of it, or you may feel like alone, and you don't have no support. Okay. So now that we got somebody in here, I said I was either gonna keep going or I was going to close it out, but I guess I'm gonna keep going with this collective message. Let me see what else information that I got for the collective. Spirit, what messages do we have for our collective on this beautiful Libra full moon? What messages do we have for our collective? What messages that we have for the collective? Well, that was self-explanatory. Somebody's going to be trying to get some justice. Somebody has an opportunity. Hold on. Let's see what I got here. Somebody been talking about this family, okay? Somebody been talking about a happy family, and they're going to have an opportunity to be very successful when it comes to being happy, the whole family being happy, emotionally happy. But I do see somebody is like thinking negative about it. They could be thinking negative about this. And they could be juggling, learning and being free, learning how to be free, learning how to be free from, somebody's learning how to be free from looking at things in a negative way so they can get justice and find happiness. Because they have to learn to be free. They got some of y'all gotta learn to be free. Because I do see this communication about this fulfillment. and there's an opportunity for justice, but somebody here is like really trying their hardest to learn to be free. Like they're trying to stop from thinking negative about it, because it could be like some good things going on, but then somebody is just still thinking negative. They're like saying something positive, but their feeling is still negative, and they're trying to learn how to be free from being negative. Okay, that's what I'm picking up from somebody. Somebody trying to learn how to be free from something negative. Okay, what else I got? All right, what else we got? What else we got here? I got all these cards. These are a lot. Again, this is the somebody needing to be free. Somebody needs to stay on top of moving too fast and being worried, or something could be moving too fast and they worried. They like, damn, something's coming up. Somebody needs to communicate. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is coming up again. I'm telling you, somebody's looking at something negative. They should be thinking about something positive, but they're looking at something and they're talking about it negatively. And then this is an opportunity, right? Somebody could miss their opportunity. They're being patient because they think they might receive. Somebody being patient because they want to receive this new chapter of them not being alone and them not being backstabbed. They want to turn this chapter. Somebody wants to turn this chapter of them not being alone and backstabbed, and then having to fight for, like, it's a dog world. I gotta watch my back, like, like be playing the game, because everybody have to be playing the game. So somebody is really trying to get away from having to play the game. They want a new chapter. So they're being patient about their new beginning. Somebody could have been talking, somebody could have been said something and it really made you look at things from a different perspective. It made you want to move away from an opportunity. Some of y'all really was worried about something, and I'm telling you, somebody said something. Take action, new opportunity. Let me get some more cards about this. Interesting. Let's get some more cards. Let's get a new deck. Now with the Queen of Wands on the bottom again. Is this about this communication? One more, in the future, something is coming up in the future. What's coming up? Spirit want me to tell me. Tell you, wake up. Being patient, wake up. There's an ending that's going to be happening. You need to wake up. What kind of ending is it? It's an ending to being patient. You waiting for something in the future. Is it ending to be waiting for something in the future? Wait for something in the future. Oh, it's time to stop waiting for something in the future. It's time to start healing. Somebody needs to heal because they really feel it away. Like they gotta get even with somebody. They need to heal getting even with somebody. They're confused and they're missing an opportunity. Because they thinking about how other people feel and it's blocking them from manifesting this happiness. And it's like you juggling. Some people just have to freaking be strong. Look at things from a different picture. Some of y'all got to be very disciplined at looking at things from looking at it from a different perspective, looking at a different picture, looking at things from a different perspective. Some of y'all need to be really disciplined on looking at things from a different perspective, because you could be thinking about other people and it could be blocking what you're trying to manifest. Ooh, that's a big message for somebody. Somebody's blocking what they're trying to manifest because they're waiting on something. And then as they're waiting on something, they're like they're not taking no action. And taking no action is like, it's because they worried about somebody else. And that's it's literally blocking their happiness, blocking their manifestation to their happiness, because they were thinking about something else, somebody else. They need to stop waiting. Wow, let me get some more messages from here. This person is protected. This person needs to be strong, man. Take action and being strong and looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe even being more vulnerable and free about what you're trying to do and what your intuition is telling you to do, and having some compassion on people. Okay? And what other messages that I have for y'all? If y'all was feeling this message was for you. Make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing, and don't forget to donate to my channel, Blessed Intuition 777. My cash app is Blessed Intuition 777. You can make a donation. Let's go. Oh. Some of y'all need to step up and lead. Cancer, Capricorn could be significant. Cancer could be significant. Gemini could be significant. Somebody need to reflect on their priorities. Lead and reflect on their priorities, and think things through and relax. Pisces could be significant. Taurus could be significant. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Full moon in Taurus is next month. Oh, no, it ain't. That's in November. I'm tripping. The new moon in Taurus is next month. Detoxify. Something in 6 months is going to be popping off, too. I'm picking up 6 months. Full moon in Taurus. So some of y'all need to think it through. Give it to God. Relax. Lead. Reflect on your priorities. You need to be the leader. Some of y'all can't be worried about other people. Y'all just got to lead, too. I'm picking that up. Return to sender. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Any tongue that rises up against me shall be condemned. If anybody has come against me, it's not because God has sent them. And anyone that does come to attack me will go down in defeat. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Go with the flow of life. Let life flow. Don't try to control life. Let life flow. Let's get one more card before I close this out. Some of you guys could be really like in grief. This is another message. Now that somebody, I guess this is for the person that just came in here, because this whole tone just changed. So okay, somebody is alchemizing their grief. Now that makes sense. Surrender. Somebody, by surrendering, by releasing control. I'm telling you, somebody needs to detoxify. Somebody needs to stop thinking so negative. You are worthy. Some of you guys are being your own worst enemies by thinking negative. It's time to rebirth. I'm just smacking and enjoying that tea. Let's pull some lovers cards and I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Make the effort. Some of y'all, I told y'all, some of y'all blocking your manifestations. Make the effort when it comes to your love life. Make the effort towards your soulmate. Forgive these people that you have romantic feelings for. Give your relationship a chance. Stay optimistic about your love life. You got chemistry with this person. You could get married to this person. You deserve love from this person. Some of you guys may have some red family issues. This person could have some family issues. And that may be why you backed up off of them. Like, how you gonna deal with me and you got a family issues? So, I don't know what that's about. Let's move into something else. Look deep within your heart, you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean sea. Reflection, give somebody some space when you pass from this world. Sexual union, romance. Okay. That was all the messages that I'm going to give today. I hope that you guys would love the message. I'm going to start dropping some more videos. I'm going to do some recordings, and then I'm going to drop some more videos specific for y'all. And make sure y'all comment below, and maybe I have a specific message for you later on. I hope that y'all like this message. I hope that y'all really got something out of this video. Thank you for tapping in with me today. Thank you for y'all time. I'll be back with some more messages. Bye.